All right, moving on, Mr. Yale with SPLT. Is that what you say?
It's pronounced split, but people seem to like tech companies with four-letter words. So, all right. So you'll see the Bosch logo there. That's because 1 year and 3 months ago, we were acquired by Bosch. It's a German company. You probably know them from washing machines and refrigerators and dishwashers. But so I'm actually here. I'm the co-founder of Split, and I'm here to talk to you about a new product that we're introducing in the Traverse City area called Rides a Go-Go, and it was part of the Michigan Mobility Challenge. So our story begins 4 years ago when we moved to Detroit. We were based in New York City at the time, and we launched our first product in the carpooling space. That's going really well. We have a lot of international customers who enroll their employees to carpool together to using this app, and they give them rewards. So for example, BMW allows their employees to drive a 3 Series over the weekend if they participate in carpools every day of the week. So we've seen a lot of growth in that. And the benefits of carpooling, everybody knows. You can save fuel, you can save money, you get to meet people who you may not otherwise meet, that you may not even know who are your colleagues, and of course, it helps you become more sustainable. We have a heat map tool that we developed as well that allows us to identify potential carpools. But here's where the story continues. So after the acquisition by Bosch, Anya Babbitt, who is our founder and CEO, she has a personal story. She and her mom were planning logistics to help her grandfather, who was of advanced age when she was in high school. And one of the biggest challenges was transportation. So we thought, what can we do to help use our platform to help improve health outcomes? And that's where we entered into a second vertical known as non-emergency medical transport. So let me see a show of hands. How many of you have a parent who's retired or is about to retire, and you're a little concerned because you might have to take away their car keys at some point? Okay, that's a lot of hands. So what's happening is that we launched this product in the healthcare space first in collaboration with Henry Ford Health System in Detroit. We actually saw dialysis patients who were waiting up to 4 hours, and a partnership that we developed using our software and of course with Lyft, the rideshare platform. We were able to reduce that down to just a few minutes, for them to get a ride from their home to their appointment as well as from the appointment back home. And what we thought was, okay, well, what are we going to do now? We're going to scale up this product. And so here's the 3 problems that we see. One is that up to 60% of these rides are canceled. So that's a waste on resources because you have a vehicle that's specially equipped to help those who are mobility challenged. They show up, they don't pick up the person for some reason. The second one is that you have to, in order to schedule a ride right now, you have to call up to 14 days in advance. And the third problem is that there are many different providers for these rides, and none of them actually work together. So the 3 problems are being solved through our challenge. So what's really great is that I'm here today because we are launching in Traverse, Leelanau, and Benzie, as well as Allegan over the summer. So we started off with just the web portal, working with different transportation providers, and we have 3 parts. One is the ability to help adult children help take care of their parents and schedule rides through them. And we have a web portal, a text-based application, as well as a mobile app that we're developing. And we're going to be able to integrate directly with the software that the counties are using right now. So we're not replacing anything, we're supplementing their existing technologies. And so we're going to so this is the final product that allows us to have better reminders, better coordination, and overall better quality. And so you see this lady again. She was the logo for our product. Her name's Gogo. She's an active grandmother who is now able to enroll on her phone received text message notifications letting her know to put on her galoshes so that she can, because the driver is going to be showing up in about 15 minutes, and then of course she's being assisted as she makes her appointment on time. So we're really looking forward to launching this summer. Actually, I want to give a special shout out to Groundwork as well as the Community Foundation, because they are actually working with us in partnership with them, getting additional grants through the Michigan Health Endowment Fund. So we're really excited. Questions?
A few minutes for questions, if anybody.
Is there?
So even in New York, it's really hard to get like a ride that is wheelchair accessible specific. So how do you accommodate, if it's low usage in the region, how do you accommodate those who actually need a vehicle that can accommodate a wheelchair like on the spot?
So actually, depending on what kind of ride you request, so a ride to a healthcare appointment takes a higher priority over a ride to the bank. And we actually have a priority matrix that we built in collaboration with the counties. I actually have it in my bag right here if you want to take a look. Yep.
So somewhere on the app, I wasn't seeing it. It says whether you need a walker, a full assist out of the car, whether you. I didn't notice that occurring, but I'm kind of presuming it does.
Yes, that's right. So we have curb to curb, door to door, and door through door, and those are 3 different types of service levels that are available. But it also depends on what kind of vehicles are available and what kind of driver fleet there is. And because we're focused on working to improve rural transportation and bringing a Uber and Lyft-like experience to them, the drivers also have to be educated, which is why we also have a driver side app that's not shown, but it helps those, because a lot of the drivers are just volunteers. They're doing it, they're getting reimbursed for some of their mileage, but they're really doing it out of they're recent retirees who really just want to help. And so we're bringing, we're helping them as well. And so it's really exciting. Yep.
So 2 questions. One is, how is it different from Uber? And the second question is similar to the other one. What will happen if they are in a wheelchair and they don't have, and you don't have the vehicle available, because that does require a special vehicle?
Absolutely. So every county that we work with right now, they do have special vehicles. In the case of Beta, which is the Bay Area Transportation Authority here in serving both Grand Traverse and Leelanau, they have about 24 vehicles. If they're unable to schedule a ride because it's already been occupied, then they'll actually let the passenger know through the app that there's no availability for the time that you're selecting. Try a different time. And so you can always try to schedule rides in advance. Now, it's not going to be Uber and Lyft simply because the amount of coordination involved. So you still have to request rides at least 24 hours in advance. Uber and Lyft can try to get into this market, but they're a for-profit company. We're actually work with the transit agency, so we're improving a process right now that someone calls in and using Excel spreadsheets or paper and pencil, and we're just automating that and building a software to help improve the efficiency.
Could an organization set up a profile, so like FQHC, that has a population that maybe doesn't have a smartphone, go through the process of coordinating rides for their patients?
Yes, actually, that's our first product that we launched with Henry Ford Health System. So the hospitals themselves already have a web portal that they use, it's just a small monthly fee. They just pay to access, and they can just order rides. What we're really excited though is in the mental health space, we think that there are opportunities there as well. But the general trend is that as people get older, they're choosing not to go into assisted living facilities. They're choosing to age in place. And so instead of the services, them going, traveling somewhere to receive services such as healthcare, groceries, things like that, all the services are coming to them. And so how do we bring that level of service to places that are outside of urban areas? And so we think of ourselves as delivering not just the last mile solution, but the last mile solution. Right. Any other questions? So the rides themselves are actually already funded through the FTA, the Federal Transit Administration. And this project itself is actually also funded through a grant from the state of Michigan called the Michigan Mobility Challenge. And we're really thankful for the support that we've received so far. And as soon as we announce this project, from groundwork and as well as community foundation. So we're really excited to be launching here this summer. If you have a relative that could benefit from this service, let me know.
Thank you. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much.